Welcome to the Kingsford Flivvers Flash. I'm Coach Van Duzen. This is Season 24, Episode 5, Undefeated versus Undefeated. Well, this is what high school football is all about. After 7 weeks, the Kingsford Flivvers and the Menominee Maroons are both undefeated, and they are going to meet this week in Week 8. So first, let's take a quick look at the 2024 Kingsford football season, and you can see there's a lot of W's over there on the right-hand side, and there's also 3 zips. So they beat Escanaba by a score of 21-0, Gladstone 42-0, and Calumet 14-0. So this past week, Ishpeming came to town, Westwood, and Kingsford was able to come away with a 34-6 win. Now let's take a quick look at Menominee, also undefeated, also a couple zeros on the board. They blanked Hancock by a score of 63-0, and they beat Houghton by a score of 50-0. And their toughest contest this year came last week with a score of 34-19 against Negaunee. So we're going to take a look at the 2023 season for the Flivvers just to see where they were. And you can see here that they beat Menominee by a score of 41-32 and went on to the Region 5 final. And if we take a look at 2022, you can see that they lost Menominee by 1 point and ended up in the district final against Gladwin. And in 2021, they beat Menominee 34-27. And I will have an update on the records overall at the end of this because it's actually pretty fascinating. So let's take a look at Menominee. Last year, you can see they went all the way to the Division 7 final where they lost a tough one to Lumen Christi by a score of 30-34. In 2022, they made it to the districts where they lost to Negaunee 44-0. And in 2021, they made it to the district where they lost to Calumet 35-20. So let's take a look at both Menominee and Kingsford together. And this is opponent records sorted by games played. And you can see that Kingsford and Menominee have both played each other the most. And Menominee has a slight edge, a 2-game edge over the Kingsford Flivvers. Menominee has won 40 of these games, and Kingsford has won 38. So coming up this Friday, it'll either close the gap by 1, it'll be 1 game apart, or it'll be 3 games apart. But it's pretty exciting either way. In other Kingsford football news, there is a doubleheader this Thursday where our freshmen will take on Escanaba at 3 o'clock, and then our JVs will take on the Menominee JVs at 5:30. And what I assume will be the game of the week for Week 8. Kingsford will travel down to Menominee. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock. If you're around and you can make it, that's going to be some fantastic, hard-hitting high school football. As always, we ask that you like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, and keep following the Kingsford Flivvers. Till next time, this is Coach Van Duzen. In the classroom, in the community, and on the field.